Howdy y'all, Joe Hills here, recording as I was due in Nashville, Tennessee, and today on the Work and Draft server, I'm going to continue my work on this tower here. Now, some of you guys may remember that this tower was all dirt earlier, and it was pretty much made up by 3x3 sections, and I've started kind of coming through and giving it a little bit more texture. I've, for example, removed these corners. I've figured out roughly what I want to do with these windows. I've configured a crisscross and interlock and bridge system. No, I haven't. This is not interlocking, it's just crisscrossing. I don't know what these will do. I might not even have anything on these. These might just be completely worthless. And finally, I've begun, kind of winnowing out this internal part of the pillar here, too. And that was way too far. What I'm kind of thinking is that with these pillars here, I might go so far as to move my magical little teleport leaping thing up into this corner and have this be the kind of the platform here for that. Now, I've got to take the dirt that was inside of these things and fill that in. Now, I know some of you guys who are purists would argue, Joe, you can't just leave dirt on the inside of there. Well, it's an excellent insulator, so really, why not? And so here we go. And we can, of course, replace the visible dirt here later. But let's see. So this is where the first levitator would want to go. And I'm more than okay with doing a swap out with everything else here once we have this kind of sorted. Whoops. I meant to do something a little bit more like that. There we go. Okay, so now we can go ahead and grab our wand here and remove this and this and take our wonderful little axe here and just hack away at these wooden levitators. Cool. So if we come back with our wand of excavation, we'll want levitator 1 here, levitator 2 here, and then glass directly above them both. So not so hard. The only hard part is not walking directly atop them when, you know, I'm not going yet. I almost wonder if I should do three of these. Like, it seems kind of excessive, but technically it makes a little bit more sense to have the whole corner. Or maybe I just only need 2. Let's try it with just the 2. So anyway, if I come back in here and seal that up like so, I do need to figure out this floor still. This is not, I'm not content with what I've got here. But okay, so we will take our glass and we will go ahead and fill this in down to here. And then, I don't know, let's go ahead and put some cracked stone bricks right here. So then here we go. And we'd be all set to board our ship. Excellent. Now, let's see. So that gives all of these, except, oh, I got to add a little bevel on this one here. Now, if I am going to bevel all of these, then that kind of also gives me the question of like, well, what should I do about how they join? Like up here, should I bring that in some, or... I haven't exactly worked that out. A lot of this sort of stuff is just kind of making it up as you go. Like, you know how some DJs will always play the same songs and other DJs will, you know, improvise. Actually, disc jockeys are probably less improvisational than a lot of professions. It's probably not the best choice for an example in this case. So, like, yeah, if I put this here, kind of this eaten out area, does that, how does that work with these as well? I mean, I think that looks good right here in this particular case, but not sure if across the board that's going to be a win or a loss. But, you know, that's kind of the joy of gambling and building, is you never know if what you build is going to work. Actually, in the real world, that is not true at all. People generally only build things that they know will work. They are pretty sure that the physical laws that govern construction... Did I hear a bat? I hope it's not a fire bat, because I do not want to get exploded by a fire bat right now. That would be undesirable, to say the least. What if I dug down one level with these and kind of had something a little bit more like this? So there's kind of these stairs inward here. Ooh, I could actually maybe bevel out this entire section here. And now I'm going to have to pick up all those torches and relight all this so I don't, you know, set everything aflame. Or no, not a flame, a mob. Do not need some sort of crazy mob of monsters coming out at me. Okay, great. So, here we go. Throw in some cracked brick in some of these locations, and some normal in others, just to kind of mix it up. This one is already set. I'm going to have to do something with that under the glass. Now, one of the things that you can do in this game is you can just throw brick into pulverizers and get cracked brick, which is way better than in the main Minecraft game, than in vanilla Minecraft, where you'd have to manually do it. Okay, so let's come in 2 on each side here, and add a torch now. Whoa, do not want to step into there. Okay. So, you know, this is kind of coming along. We got these weird bridge things. I don't know. I was just kind of trying to find something neat that I could do with the stone. I'm going to go ahead and glass in the windows here for all of these. Oh, this actually makes this work a lot better, too. Oh, yeah, okay. Having that beveled out was a good move. I didn't realize how good move, but yeah, it works. And then, let's see, the next bevel is going to be like right here. And right here. And we can repeat that in each of these locations with just 6 blocks here, 2 blocks here. It's important to always know exactly how many blocks you're spending, so that way you can say it aloud, and everybody will be really impressed at your mad counting skills. Also, don't spell skills with a Z anymore. That's gone out of vogue. If you want to spell vogue with a Z at the beginning, so it's like Zogue, that is not yet popular, but it will certainly be if you believe in your heart of hearts that that is true, and you aspire to make it so. Okay, so we've got some more of these little connection things here. So this wall is almost done. I'd rather give this more texture somehow. Like, I don't like how flat this is. I mean, granted, I made this using an excavation shovel, but, come on, really? Part of me really wants it to have a little bit more pop, more zazz, more je ne sais pas, if you will. I think that might be do you speak French, but it should have more of it. That much I've decided. Oh, this is interesting. If this one actually would join back down to here, which is completely worthless and not at all helpful, but, like, interesting. Like, I mean, if I'm not going to be climbing around in here or using this for anything, like, this building's probably going to be pretty much decorative with the exception of the elevator, or levitator. Like, the levitator's the only thing in here that I actually need, because the whole point of it's just to get me higher up. Because, yeah, if I came up on this side, that would bring me into there, which is undesirable. Okay. So let's see. How do these work? Okay, so there's an additional line of bricks across here, the way I've had this going. And, let's see, so we'd have a line there. Okay, so actually, no, I've been doing this wrong. That would not connect with that. Okay. Cool. Yeah, this whole part right here is actually too low. So we'll pull those out. Re-add this. Okay. Yeah, now these 4 go here like so to make this little arch. And then I have 2 more come out. And throw a torch under here to pop this one up. Torches on either side. And then we could go up again. Okay. So, like, for this middle part here, like, see, the problem is, it's hard for me to figure out what to use the tower, like, what sort of, stuff to put in the tower, or, like, you know, how should I structure this when, realistically, I don't need an internal of a tower. Maybe I should have just built, like, a volcano that would spew me upward out of it toward my, sky base. That's really all I needed, and I'm actually immediately regretting not doing that, because I could have done that with that shovel, too. And that would have been pretty cool. So, same deal. Use a torch to pop up the block. Add torches on either side for extra illumination. Whoops. Remove surplus blocks as needed. I'm kind of worried about this middle one having mobs spawn on it at this point. So let's figure out a way to light this. It doesn't look terrible. Maybe throw these here and here. Whoops, there we go. Great. And so then we just kind of come back across here. Now, it's also possible that in the distance, because this is so self-contained, this will not be visually pleasing at all, which is always a concern. And I'm probably going to end up wanting to swap out most of the materials in this project with other stuff down the line. I'm just using the stone right now because I have it, and it's a good placeholder material. It doesn't look so terrible that I'm just, like, appalled. Like, the dirt was just kind of, like, hideous. Whoa. And let's all suffocate inside the stone there. And remove the surplus stone that we just placed. Okay. So yeah, no using the shovel of the earth mover to place bricks in this case. See, yeah, I feel like I should put something here somehow. But anyway, let's go ahead and, okay, so let's remove that because we don't need that torch. And let's go ahead and I got plenty of jetpack. Let's see how this looks in the distance here. No creepers around. I mean, it doesn't have as much of a vertical look as I was hoping for. It's kind of too squat, but I mean, yeah, maybe I should have just put, like, a jump pad on the ground and been like, this is how you get to the airship. What I am going to have to do, too, is create a piston-controlled step, I think, to, because right now I can easily hop up here. But it'd be nice to have a piston that pushes a step up when I, you know, press the lever, and then, you know, pops back down so the ship doesn't clip underneath it. I mean, I don't know. I'm just wishful thinking at this point. Oh, here's a question, actually. Should this somehow descend back down into there? Or should I, should I remove a bunch of this? Whoops, whoa, inventory time. Wait, okay, this is wrong, isn't it? Yeah, okay, so this one has to go all the way across here. And so does this one. Okay, so if I came through and wiped out that, whoa, did not want to grab that one. But yeah, if I bevel this more, then that'll look a lot more pleasing. Flying around and building stuff. There's a reason that our construction workers do not generally use jetpacks, and that they generally use blueprints. I'm working without blueprints and with a jetpack. I'm at a great disadvantage compared to anyone using modern building methods. Okay. So now if I can just pop up in here, knock out these blocks real quick. Okay. what could I do to give this place more flair, almost? What if I just, like, ripped out... Let's not look at the mobs. What if I just ripped out one side of it? Like, just an entire corner here. I just destroyed somehow. It'll be the corner opposite the levitator thing. I mean, you guys saw how quickly I was able to build this thing in the first place. And so, rampant experimentation is not necessarily off the table. Yeah, I could, like, maybe even just widen this entire corner or, like, flatten it more. I do like it being kind of lopsided there. I almost wonder how much more lopsided I should make it. Like, I could even remove... I could remove this entire row of 3 here, and we'd have a diagonal of 5 that I think... Or would that be 4? We'd have a 4 diagonal that would still make a function and seal here. I really feel like building at night sometimes is the best way to get a sense of how the building actually looks. Or, like, you get a better sense of shape, maybe, or line. Yeah, actually, I kind of like it with these, with the corners kind of grazed off. Now, I'd have to... Oh, I wouldn't even have to leave this corner special, would I? Because it's already... So that way, the windows here would be, they would still have their cool look to them. So you'd have the windows that would be visible as cutouts from the side. Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. I also really want to go attack some of those mobs, but now is not the best time. Let's focus on one thing at a time. So, okay, we are just gonna come through here and cut out all the way pretty much to here. Yeah, this is our 4 corner. Our diagonal there. One thing we're gonna do while we're here is go ahead and make ourselves some wonderful, colorful, awesome posts that we can use using our rolling machine to decorate and stud our building with awesome little shapes. So, luckily for me, I've got this huge array of electrical power, or Michael Jackson power, that MJ. And so let's see, we can grab some cyan wool, or cyan dye. Come on, cyan dye, where are you hiding? So I can just take these metal posts here and add some cyan dye and get 8 cyan metal posts. I'm not sure exactly how I'm going to use these in the construction, but, you know, I'm sure I could find something interesting to do with them to kind of give it a little bit more pop. Maybe, for example, adding them... Ooh. Yeah. Okay. This is totally where these... Oh, dang it. Went too high on that one, didn't I? I'll come back and hit that with the wand of excavation. But, ooh. Shiny. Oh no, does it change color? When you break it, it turns back. No, I'm gonna have to go get more dye. Really? What if I use the pick? Does it do the same thing? Oh wow, these things take forever to break too. Let's see if it stays the same color at least. I think I just broke it. I think it was not even reclaimable. Oh, that's terrifying. Okay, well, I'm going to go get some more dye, and we will be right back to continue our adventure. I also still have to dig out this side, but you guys get the idea. Time skip. I'm almost wondering if I should do... Because this is a tower that goes upward, I should make, like, up arrows. Like that. Yeah, this is definitely a lot cooler than what we started with. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this last side here as terrible and unfinished for now, because you've already seen me do all the fun stuff. Oh, dang it, on this side I've screwed up yet again. I'm going to go ahead and get this all fixed. Time skip. Ah, spider! Crystal spider. Impale yourself on the crystal spider. Yeah, I showed him. And now I'm wrecking my floor. So in order to properly extend the design from the upper layers down, I need to actually cut indentations like these into the lowest layer here, which will also kind of make everything just kind of flow better naturally. Now there might be unexposed, dirt and whatnot in here that I'm going to have to clean up, but that's not the end of the world. So actually, wait, this one I need to dig out here and here. So not too bad, just a little bit extra work, but in the end, when other people look at this, they'll say, Joe, clearly you figured this out with several iterations, and it was an experience that you learned from, and that your viewers benefited from. What an excellent job. Yeah, you know how you guys love yelling first comment? Yeah, feel free to yell that whole little speech about doing a good job as proof that you're the first person to really watch this video. Ah! And try not to, plant blocks where you don't expect them, because you will scream and irritate people. Now, for this floor here, I'm gonna have to do something, clearly. This is just unacceptable. So what I'm thinking about doing is replacing this with this warded stone block. Now, I don't think that I can't do the swap out on that. So I'd have to manually come in here and place these down. And I might end up doing some sort of pattern with them down the line, but for right now, I feel like just kind of getting them in here will be enough to really spruce up the room, and they're easy enough to remove later. So let's hold shift and use our shovel normally. I'm so not used to that. And it looked like there was a bit of exposed grass out there we're going to have to deal with. But that's fine. And I'm okay with this having kind of a special... this should look important over here. So I'm okay with this having that kind of cool outline thing going on. There we go. And we can just, pop out our wand here and remove that. And then we can even remove these and not have to worry about them. So yeah, anybody who comes through here is going to be more inclined to notice that this over here is special or important somehow. Let's go ahead and remove those even. And let's go ahead and also remove this and maybe plant that there. There we go. Whoops. And my actual hand-eye coordination, of course, is lacking. That's a pretty cool thing to fly up through, I gotta say. So that's gone all right. Maybe what I want to do on these other ones here, not that one because that one's the Ascent one, is to plant glass in here, like that. So that way we get light coming in too. I think that would look cool. And because those are not necessarily Ascent points, do I want to add some of these fence posts maybe? Ooh, actually, should probably check for mobs first, but I need to shore up this entire part of the foundation here, it looks like. Whoops. It almost looks bad that I don't have another line of these fence post things right here. So let's go ahead and hit that guy with some lightning real quick and get our fence posts out. Hey, skeleton, skeleton, skeleton. My name is Thor. Enjoy the hammer. Okay. So now we would put these like this, I think. Yeah, that's not looking too bad. These internal bridges, that side still looks terrible because I need to clean it up. But yeah, these internal bridges I still need to worry about. Let me go ahead and actually just remove this last side here and get this all caught up with everything else. And then we will figure out what we'll do next. Time skip. This has definitely come a long way since, it was a stack of dirt pillars and whatnot yesterday. And I'm thinking that the final thing that I might do is try to find a place for these beautiful crystals to attach to the top of the tower. I'm kind of thinking that if I put one on each corner here, then that will kind of give it a neat little stylistic flair in the distance, kind of give it a little bit more pop without having something that'll actually affix to the bottom of a sky base. Yeah, so that kind of gives it a little bit of an extra sharpness. I'm kind of tempted, though, to try and swap out the blocks directly below those for these warded stone blocks, just to see if that gives it any sort of better contrast look. Let's, does breaking the block underneath these break the actual crystal? Let's give that a try. And hopefully not. It does. It does break the actual crystal. So now that we know that, we can reaffix that there. And we're going to want to go ahead and remove each before swapping these out. And of course, now that's going to replace the air crystal there. So let's go through and replace all these. And then we will survey our progress so far. This is definitely still a work in progress, but it's come a long way, and I'm pretty happy with it. I think it is a reasonable starting point. I'm going to have to, in my next episode, probably rip out this inside part and figure out something better with that. And also, I'm kind of thinking about ripping out some of these pillars and replacing them with the white blocks, because I think these white blocks look good used sparingly or intermixed with these other ones. Like, for example, just to kind of give you a sneak peek, and I'm going to hate myself for doing this if it turns out to be super ugly. I would just come through here and replace this entire stack. Come on. With these. And, oh, if those posts had not reattached to them, I would have been so sad. Something kind of like that. I almost wish there were blocks that would become one continuous length, like logs or pillars. Logs would not look good with this, I don't think. But, but something that, like a log, would not have a seam vertically and would look, look like it belonged going that way. I don't know. I'll play with it. Anyway, until next time, y'all, this is Joe Hills from Nashville, Tennessee. Keep adventuring.